On the road again. Just kidding. We are driving through Pigeon Forge today with a tiny little bit of Sevierville at the end so you can see the downtown Sevierville area. But this is all about Pigeon Forge. We are driving right down the parkway from Gatlinburg, from the spur. So we don't go through Gatlinburg. There is a video about that. Go check that out. But from the end of the spur, driving towards I-40 down the parkway all the way through Pigeon Forge. So enjoy. Let me know your thoughts. All right, we're coming into Pigeon Forge, just off the parkway, just through the parkway, which takes you from Gatlinburg to Pigeon Forge, or Pigeon Forge to Gatlinburg, however you want to say it, through the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. So first observation should be that, wow, there's a lot going on here. And you are right, this is obviously Pigeon Forge, or maybe not so obviously, is a major tourist hub because it's basically like you're about to go into the mountains. So anyways, it's definitely for the tourists. But what's fun is it's kind of a fun place locally. Like if you want to do something different, whatever, you totally could. So it's pretty cool. Pretty cool place. Bumper cars. There's Dolly Parton Stampede right there. See that? So fun. You gotta go. Which actually, oh my gosh, now that I'm mentioning it, Shay's never been, and it's fun. They don't give you any forks to eat with though. So if you're like a very proper person, it might not be your thing, but as you can tell, tons of activities. This sign right here tells you Dollywood. Turn for Dollywood. So, definitely great place to hang. Also, another way that you know you're like close to Dollywood is because look at this. Butterflies. See? There's Dollywood with her butterflies on her butter. You know what I'm saying? But, okay, so like over here, hotel behind that, Pizza Hut. And then you've got a little like lodge right there. Hotels everywhere. Travel lodge right up here. Usually, if I was coming to Pigeon Forge, I'm not going to stay on the parkway. The only reason to me to stay on the parkway is because maybe for a rod run, like if you're a car person, like I would get a cabin. But if you don't like driving on windy roads, then you would absolutely park, or you would stay on the parkway. So just a comment about that. But as you can see, Pigeon Forge, this is the place where you come to do stuff. And I always think it's very interesting. There's a place here, it looks like where you would go shopping at Myrtle Beach, but we're in the mountains. It's like Sharks, like where you get a bunch of towels or like printed on t-shirts, like hot press t-shirts. But so certainly tons of things to do. You've got candy shops, souvenir shops, leather, Old Mill. That's a good place to eat. There's like a waterfall over there. It's kind of cool. And actually back behind all this to the right is a easy bike trail, like paved. And that's fun. We've done that before because we have actually stayed in a camper on the river in Pigeon Forge. And that was fun. Like super fun. Look, arcades, all kinds of stuff. Again, this is high traffic. Now, right now, it's not. Right now, as I'm recording this, it's a Wednesday in August. School just started back. Look, Popo right there. I will say you cannot speed on this road because they are gonna get you. So be careful about that. Also, I don't know if you're seeing this, but the stoplights are numbered. So it's like stoplight 1, stoplight 2, stoplight blah, blah, blah. And that's, to me, kind of how you know you're in Pigeon Forge, because the line between Pigeon Forge and Sevierville is very blurry. It's kind of like Marable and Alcoa. Although Pigeon Forge is pretty much like the tourists. Sevierville, I think you have a bit more locals. Obviously there's still people staying there to come to the mountains, but overall, you can just see, it's like hotel, and then attraction. Hotel, and then attraction. You know what I mean? So just keep that in mind, that this is not really like somewhere you'd want to move. This is somewhere you can go for fun. There's outlet malls here. Of course, there's moonshine tasting. There's actually more moonshine tastings. Stoplight 4. There's actually more moonshine tastings in Gatlinburg, and all of that is pretty much walkable. Like when you get to Gatlinburg, you're just gonna park your car and walk. When you, that is not the case for Gatlinburg. Well, that's not the case, sorry, for Pigeon Forge or Sevierville. Both of them, you're going to be going from spot to spot driving. But Gatlinburg, my recommendation is to park and walk. You've got Comedy Barn. So I don't know if you can see this, but there's Comedy Barn, and then a Stages West, and then it's like an Alcatraz like jail attraction, I think. But there's a hotel right here, and that is actually in Margaritaville, and we're coming up on what's called the Island. So that's a really cool like shopping center. They've got restaurants. They've got an escape game, Margaritaville. I already said that. I think there's another hotel in there, or maybe just Margaritaville, but there's also a giant wheel, like Ferris wheel, and I think that's cool. So, and it lights up at night. And then there's a place where you can sit. There's like a fountain. It's kind of like, see the wheel? It's kind of like, the fountain is kind of like if you've been to Vegas and you've seen in front of the Bellagio. It's like Time to Music. Now this is a way smaller scale. Oh look, Pirates. See, another like theater show, dinner theater. But the what was I saying about that? Oh, the lights. They do have live music there, and it's like the Bellagio, but like on a very much smaller scale, and you can sit like in a rocking chair right in front of it. But they also have moonshine tastings at the Island, and then they also have live bands quite often. So that's another thing. I will say that not a ton of grocery stores here. There's one that comes right at the end of the parkway, like right into Pigeon Forge, and then there's a Publix back there. I don't know if you can see it. Wares Valley Road. Where do you think that takes you? If you say Wares Valley, you are correct. We're on stoplight 3. And I just want to direct your attention, like there's more fun stuff, bumper cars, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Here is Lumberjack Few. There's a Calhoun's there. There's a Smoky Mountain Brewery, which Smoky Mountain Brewery is a good option for live music and also for football. So if you're going to be up here and you're traveling, you could go to Smoky Mountain Brewery. They have some TVs. It's not the best TV situation, but I think unless you're going to go into Sevierville to like the Bluffs, then to me, I would be going to Smoky Mountain Brewery. But actually, I would just drive to the Bluffs, which is like a mile ahead. So anyways, I mean, Pigeon Forge, what do you think? You can see why I'm saying this is not where you come to like live, because it is literally tourist spot. But like we've done so much touristy stuff here, and I actually want to do Lumberjack Feud, and I also want to the mini golf is fun. They have like race car tracks. That's a lot of fun. I mean, it's cool because you could just be a tourist. And also, if you're local, you get a discount. If you're a Sevier County resident, you get a discount on all this stuff. And so busy times that I would avoid are smack dab in the summer, and then also October for the fall is huge, and because of the fall colors, it's beautiful. So anyways, yeah, I mean, what do you think? We actually have come, this is the shopping center we come to most often if we're coming to Pigeon Forge. We'll go there because our friends like Smoky Mountain Brewery. Although there's a new brewery in Pigeon Forge called Iron Forge, and it is the bomb. Look, there's a Starbucks. I think that's the first Starbucks we've seen in Pigeon Forge. There's also one in Sevierville, and there's also a Dutch Brothers. Uncle Lim's, shout out to Uncle Lim's over here. This is like outdoor goods, so cool. Up on the right is a wax museum. You can see Godzilla like up on the top of the building. Let me get closer. Teaster Lane, exit 2. There's a couple like wineries and stuff, but it's Tennessee wine. It's not like, you know, it's sweet. It's like you're drinking Moscato, in my experience. So see the Godzilla. So that's the Wax Museum. There's also like a zombie experience that's creepy as all get out. And yeah, I screamed. And that is stoplight 1. So Pigeon Forge, what do you think? I mean, as you can see, tons of touristy stuff, tons of just like country to night theater. You know, so dinner theaters. Up here is about to be the Titanic Museum. And I'll be honest, so we just passed through stoplight 1. So at any moment, we're gonna be in Sevierville. The local goat, a lot of people love that. They have good burgers. And then you've got Smoky Mountains Snow Park, and that's like tubing. Titanic Museum up here on the left. So that's fun. Hatfield and McCoy. So, I mean, tons of stuff. Look. Titanic, Hatfield and McCoy, and then the Ripley's. Or, I guess it's called Wonderworth. I was saying it was Ripley's. But I'm obviously wrong. So, again, at some point around here, we cross into Sevierville. But that brewery I was telling you about, Iron Forge Hard Rock Cafe, by the way, is new, right on the river. Now, that, I think, is going to be a great place to watch games. We've not been there yet because, well, we've been there, but not for football because they open in the spring. So, well, probably May. So that's another idea of places to watch football. And Iron Forge, if you turn right here, it's on Apple Valley. It's going to be back in there. So Iron Forge, shout out to Iron Forge. Definitely a football place. But because they have a big projection screen, they've got, by the way, they've got pretzels and beer cheese, which I love. Okay, now, at some point, we crossed into Sevierville. I'm sure there was a sign somewhere, but I'm pretty sure that the Bluffs is in Sevierville, and that's right up here. So that is all she wrote for Pigeon Forge. Oh, and by the way, look at this. It's a mountain coaster. Do you see that? See that there? Mountain coaster. So cool. So fun. And then on the left, you have Tanger Outlets. So there's everything from like Ann Taylor, Banana Republic, J. Crew. They have Levi's. They've got a Nike. There's a Lululemon in there. I mean, tons of stuff. That one, you got to time right because it's mysteriously always loaded with people. Okay, and you're like, why did I come here? But I will say, you can get some pretty great discounts. There's an Old Navy in there, which I think is interesting for an outlet because I don't know, something about it. I don't know why I think it's weird, but so yeah, I mean, that mountain coaster, that's newer. Over there, that one over there, up at the top of the mountain. So as you can see, I mean, I will say that what you see here is a ton of chain restaurants. Red Lobster, Joe's Crab Shack, Outback Steakhouse. You know, you get the picture. And then there's NASCAR Speedway over there if you want to go racing. Fort Worth, the Bluffs, and there's a Dave & Buster's back over here in this shopping center. The Bluffs is what I'm talking about for watching football. Tons of TVs, especially UT football, or anything SEC, like all Saturday. It's insane. Now you can watch NFL there too, but because it's local, that's definitely like a UT, a place where you could watch the Vols play. This Walmart over here, Super Center back there, so that's probably where you might go. Like if you come here, you're gonna go to that Publix or that Walmart to get your groceries. And now I'm 99% sure we're in Sevierville. I'm telling you, I grew up here, and I know I'm in Pigeon Forge because of the numbered stoplights. So now I'm just like, could be Pigeon Forge, could be Sevierville, but you can tell a difference now. Like there's not that much touristy stuff. Like straight up ahead, there's a Belk. I mean, tourists aren't going to Belk. There's a Home Goods. There's a Hobby Lobby. Tourists aren't doing that. So Pigeon Forge is definitely like where you go for all the activities. And then Sevierville is, like I said, more local, but all the same idea. And this road that we're on, it does curve, but essentially you kind of stay on this road and you go straight to I-40, and that's exit 407. That's where the new Buc-ee's is. But we're like, how far are we from that? We are probably about 15 minutes. So what we do typically, we don't usually come into Pigeon Forge unless it's like on the outskirts, like where I was showing you. We typically go to downtown Sevierville, but that's also because it's a bit closer for us from Seymour. Like we just go straight down Chapman Highway. And downtown Sevierville is great. Check out that video because that's like not chain restaurants. It's like local stuff that's bougie. When I say local, I don't mean like a mom and pop's diner where you get like a, what's like a diner food? Like a pancake? I don't know. It's not a diner. I don't know what this man is doing with the shoe with this. I think it's like wet or something. Like what's he doing? Maybe. I would be like, I'm gonna drop this. I'm not gonna have a shoe and then I'm gonna be walking around with no shoes on. My feet are gonna be disgusting. I'm not here for it. But I also don't like wearing I also don't like going to water parks because you don't have shoes on. Like, ugh. And all those people are walking around, disgusting. Oh, we got an ambulance. We got an ambulance. So this is what I was saying. This is definitely Sevierville. And like over here in the shopping center, that's where the Belk is. TJ Maxx. Like, you're not really going there as a tourist. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of how I can tell, like, oh, now we're definitely Sevierville because no one's coming here before. And then also I can see downtown Sevierville. So there's that too. But I just know where I am at this point. So either way, if I go straight here or if I turn, it's telling me to keep going straight. I would normally turn right there. This is still going to take me back to like the parkway. So just want to show you that. I'm actually going to take you to downtown Sevierville just so you can see what I'm talking about from the restaurants because we're literally so close. There's First Baptist Church, Sevierville. I'm going to take you down Bruce Street, which is like the main street for Sevierville. So you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, so this is downtown Sevierville, and you can park over here in this parking area, and I want to show you right here is the Appalachian. Check out my video about that. Really great food. They have really great wine. This is a barbecue place that it's called Trotters. We've actually not been to. And then there's Gray's Burger right there. Great places to eat. And then if I turn left here, there's a restaurant called Pinchy's, which is like lobster rolls, which they're really good. And then there's the Pines, which is like miniature bowling. I'm sure that's not what it's called, but like that's what it is. So anyways, this is Sevierville downtown. And as I mentioned, to me, this is like more where the locals go, but I'm pointing them out to you because if you happen to be in the area, check out downtown Sevierville because it is so good. You can walk, park, and get some great food. And then PS, by the way, this is a new addition to the area, a Dutch Brothers. So anyways, that is all for this Pigeon Forge plus downtown Sevierville tour, video, blog, whatever you want to call it. Let me know your thoughts. What did you think? Did you love it? You can see why it's not really, I don't consider Pigeon Forge as a place to move to. And if you do, you're going to be sitting in that Pigeon Forge tray thing, which nobody wants. Which I know a lot of you make fun of me because you're like, Haley, that is not traffic. I'm telling you. Today was a Wednesday when school just started. So there's not a ton of traffic, but in the summertime, in October, rod runs, it's crazy. Anyways, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Check out the map tour as well so you can see everywhere I was talking about. And I will see you on the next video.